Hey guys, this is the craziest story. I know you're gonna love it. I wanted to start to wash my car with this thing called a foam cannon. It's this thing you can spray on your car, and the soap just like stays on top of it and it soaks in, and you have to use a bucket anymore and stuff like that. But in order to use that, you need to have a hose and things like that and all these other things. So I got that stuff, and I'm in like an apartment condo community, so we don't have a garage or anything like that. And one day, as I was researching how this equipment I need to get, I was driving out and I saw a guy in my community doing the same thing to his car. So I went up to him and I said, "Oh, how do you do this? And what do I need?" And he told me all the stuff I need. And I didn't even know there was available hoses in our community. They have this little wash station that you have to pay for, but you can't hook up a hose to it or anything, so you won't be able to do the foam cannon stuff over there. So I asked him, and he says, yeah, he says, I do it all the time, and nobody says I've been doing it weekly, washing my car weekly, me and my friend. Nobody said anything to him. The people that work here say hi to him and things like that, and it's not a problem. I was like, really? Yeah. So he's like, yeah, the faucet's right here. So I was like, okay, as soon as I get my stuff, I'm going to use it. Now, it took me about a week to get all the stuff that I ordered on Amazon and from miscellaneous place. It took me about a week to get all that stuff. So when I finally get the stuff and I go out there and wash it, and I'm happy, everything's going great. And then this lady comes walking home, this older black lady comes walking back, looks like she's walking from work. She has a name tag on. And this is early in the day, like 2 o'clock, and she says, there's a water hose right there? And I'm like, yeah, there's one right here. And she says, for the communities, for us to use? I said, yeah, I guess so, And a guy that I saw using it to wash his car, he said he does it weekly. And she said, what's his name? As soon as she says, what's his name, I already knew what was going down. This was a hater. This was not a person that was interested in it to do it for herself or just, was happy-go-lucky. This was a complainer. This is a miserable person that's going to complain. So as soon as she said that, I was like, I don't know. And I just kind of I was done with her. And she walked upstairs, finished washing my car, and immediately I can feel the anger in me. I'm like, this woman is going to complain. It's ridiculous. And then I went to sleep. I let it go really quickly. I went to sleep. And for some reason, I woke up at like 2:30 in the morning. And when I woke up, I was like, why am I so wide awake? And I just grabbed my phone and for no reason, and I started going through my emails. And I saw email from our community. Please do not use the public pipes for washing your car. So immediately, I'm furious at 2:30 in the morning, right? I'm so angry. And all that's going through my head is all these revenge scenarios, right? And almost immediately, I'm like, look, this is no good. First of all, I need to go to sleep. And I can't sleep like this. Second of all, these are not good thoughts to have in my mind, So I just said a little prayers like, God, help me to let this go. Help me to move on and just go back to sleep. As soon as I said that prayer in my mind, all of a sudden, I got the message that I need to forgive. Right? So I started doing it immediately. It's like, I forgive her, I let it go. She's miserable. I'm not gonna let her make me miserable too, blah, blah, blah. And then the message came back again. I was like, no, forgive yourself. As soon as it said forgive yourself, then it's like a flash came over me and I understood what happened. I manifested that from the beginning, because way before I even washed the car, as soon as, I saw that guy, and he told me all the stuff I needed, and I started ordering it. Throughout the week, in the back of my mind, I kept thinking, watch me be the first black dude, because it was a white guy that was washing the car, right? Watch me be the first black dude out here washing the car, and everybody has a problem with it, right? Very self-defeating, victim-y self-talk. And I was saying that all week, like I was conscious, but kind of unconscious. I wasn't realizing what I was creating. And so when I realized that she was serving me. I heard Neil Donald Walsh say it, I think, and he says that God always says yes. God never says no. So if you're, oh my God, my life is so hard, and God is like, yes, it's so hard. Oh, my life is so easy. Yes, your life is easy. Oh, I'm so broke. Yes, you're broke. I want money. Yes, you're going to keep wanting money. I'm rich and money comes easily. Yes, you're rich and money comes easily. So God is always saying yes to whatever's going on in your head. And this is why you have to be very conscious and aware of what you're saying and what you're creating. So when I was laying in that bed, I was like, oh my God, I'm mad at her. But if anybody, I should be mad at myself. I created this whole scenario. She was working for me. This whole situation worked for me. I manifested that. The other guy that's been doing it for weeks, he's been doing it for weeks because he has no thoughts like that going through his head. So he continues doing it with no problem. But then the message also said, and you can change it. You created it and you can change it. So I said, okay, let's see. I want to change it. So I changed the thought and I forgave myself. I don't even think about her anymore because I'm like, she was working for me. Matter of fact, I thanked her. I said, thank you for working for me. I didn't know I was that powerful. So what I started doing was thinking the opposite, seeing myself excited, coming to tell my wife, babe, I washed the car with no problems. Like, there's no problems anymore because I changed the way I think about it. And I also started thinking about, and I didn't really heavily visualize on it. I just started thinking about it. Just like I was thinking about the other thing, I started thinking something different. So I just started thinking that when I'm down there washing the car, that it's so different this time that the people that work in the complex actually pass by and wave at me, and I even have a conversation with one of them, an entire conversation while I'm washing my car with their hose, with my hose and their water, And so today I go down there, I get inspired, I feel like now is the time to go wash the car. I'm like, okay, let's go wash the car. I'm washing the car. Then a guy that works there in the complex, he's walking by and he's like, hey, and I'm like, good morning. And that was it. And I was like, wow. And then he passes back and he's coming back, and now he's coming back on the golf cart. He's coming really close to the car. I'm like, is he gonna come and tell me not to use this and things like that? We'll see. He's coming closer and closer. And then I see that he's just picking up trash around me, around the car. And I started a conversation with him. He's talking about how he's tired and he needs some coffee. And we're like laughing and joking. And I'm spraying the car and rubbing it down. And I'm just like, this is amazing. And I finished up the car. I was out there for a while. It's not like I rushed through it. I took my time, cleaned the tires, everything. Gave gratitude for the car, my dream car that I manifested in the videos you saw before. And came back, and I came upstairs just like I visualized, the way I was thinking about it, and told my wife about it, and now I'm making a video about it. And I was just like, wow, it's so amazing. And I can say, well, we want to see what happens over the next weeks or something like that. The reason why I'm making the video now is because that extra, piece of it that I saw people, somebody from the complex actually coming up to me and us having a full conversation happen. And that's what made me know for sure it wasn't just that I was lucky, that I was there at the right time when nobody was around. No. The people that worked there was there with me, laughing and joking with me about the entire, about something else while I'm washing my car in their face, So this is just a reminder to let you know that all your thoughts are creative. Your words are creative, your thoughts are creative, especially the thoughts that create feelings and the words that create feelings. You have to be very aware of what you're thinking. I remember doing something similar like with an overdraft when I used to have overdrafts all the time, and then I realized that I was thinking about and fearing an overdraft coming. And when I started thinking about having more than enough money in there instead, so I didn't have an overdraft, then those overdraft problems stopped. So, and like in The Secret, it says, it can be overwhelming to think I have to monitor all of my thoughts, especially if you don't meditate. If you're a regular meditator, you'll be much more aware of what's going on in your mind and what you say. But let's say you're not, the best way to monitor your thoughts is by your feelings. Because whatever feelings you have, like if before this, if I paid attention to the feelings I had about the car wash, I would have felt that I had some kind of frustration and aggravation feeling against that, So whatever feelings you have about whatever subject, it's a good indication to what the quality of your thoughts on that subject. So if you feel frustrated and aggravated about money, then you have to check your thoughts about money and replace it with better ones. if you feel like that about your relationship, then you have to check your thoughts about that. You have to remember, you are creating your life all the time. You are not the victim of anybody. And in that situation, when I was thinking about her and I wanted revenge and all that stuff, in that scenario, I was a victim to her. But God showed me I am a victim to nobody but myself. And when I forgave myself, I was able to choose something else. I was able to neutralize the energy and choose something better. So I hope this helps you guys. It definitely helped me, and it took me to a whole nother level of awareness, because that was really lazy that slipped by me. I hope you have a good day.